What is going on, guys? I know that my camera, for some reason, is a little bit blurry. Trying to get it more clear as we go along today. But there's some breaking news out of San Francisco, and that's Richard Sherman is meeting with the Niners today, and he's expected to be a San Francisco 49er by nightfall today. If the medical clears, Richard will be a San Francisco 49er. And I'll be honest, I know the Crabtree Sherman thing happened, and again from the Northeast, so just kind of coming in contact with a lot of Niner fans. But I think it'd be a tremendous move. I really do. I think John Lynch, he understands Richard. I think Richard's one of the original guys that I really come to love in football. It's so rare to see a guy that absolutely loves the game like Richard Sherman does. He has an old school mentality. He's a tireless worker. He'd be an incredible addition to this team. He knows how to win football games. He's a winner. He even though he's getting older, there's no one that studies the cornerback position like he does. He's a very intelligent player. He's an intelligent person. He went to Stanford. Him and John Lynch have that connection. And he's going to bring about a lot of expectation. He's going to take that locker room, and he's just going to thrive in this environment. I mean, the training camps are going to be so fierce. I mean, imagine if you're Marquise Goodwin. He's going to get tremendous help from Richard Sherman in the offseason. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to know immediately what the best secondary, maybe in NFL history, had done. Richard Sherman is going to help Jimmy Garoppolo. He's just going to help everybody just raise that level of play. And then if the Niners have room to sign Tremaine Johnson, I mean, Tremaine and Richard, and then you have like Jimmy Ward still, it will be beautiful. Even if Reuben Foster comes back into the fold, Richard Sherman is a mentor, and it's a great change of scenery for Richard. He's been in Seattle for a long time. You have guys like Thomas Chancellor's a great guy, but then like Russell Wilson. I know Sherman and him butted heads, but Wilson, in some ways, like, is he a phony? We don't know. But that's a question that you ask Richard in when you're meeting with him, is what happened in Seattle? Like, why did that locker room go crazy? And, the thing is with the 49ers, it's like, it's time to cash in. It's time to win a Super Bowl. When you have a quarterback that's that incredible, every year it's time to build a dynasty. And sometimes, like, Richard Sherman is a little bit older, but the thing about Richard is I would sign him in like a 2-3 year deal, and this is a year to go all in. And to go all in, you have to sometimes take like a little bit of a risk. And in a great quote, one of my favorite quotes is, "Scared money ain't make money." Scared money don't make money. And the thing about Sherman is if he somehow like becomes chemistry, if somehow he rubs so many people the wrong way that you're counterproductive, then you simply get rid of him. But this is the Niners window. This is the year to win a Super Bowl championship with Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, you have the best player. I think possibly Jimmy's one of the best players in all of football. I honestly believe he's going to have I believe he's going to be the MVP next year. You have Marquise Goodwin. You have a rising defense. You're just willing to rise. Jimmy's never lost a game before. I mean, if you're the Niners, there's no need to be patient. It's time to freaking make big balls moves, helicopter dick kind of moves, in the words of Clay Travis. It is time to go around and let the NFC and let everybody know that you're ready to build this freaking thing, and you're ready to build a dynasty way back to the 1990s. And Joe Montana and Jerry Rice in the Walsh era. You are ready to freaking go back to that time. And by you making the move today to get Sherman, you are getting a guy who's crafty, an athlete, a guy who knows everything about the NFL. You are getting a winner. You are getting a great locker room character. You are getting a complete stud. And put aside your allegiances, because it is time to do business. And Richard Sherman does not like Seattle right now. That's the thing. It's not like Richard is Seattle, and hates the Niners. He didn't like Michael Crabtree, and honestly, a lot of people have rivalries with Michael Crabtree. Point is, go out, make this move immediately. You're a Super Bowl contender. You are the cream of the crop. And it's time that you make the move that puts the NFL on notice, puts the Rams on notice, completely advocate for giving this a chance. I really do think that this would be in the best interest of them.